What up, everybody? It's your boy G-Man100 here, and today I want to talk very briefly because I just want to try and keep these short, easy to digest, and I don't want to like kill your ears with probably some of the information. Probably like, oh man, I've heard this 1,000 times, blah blah blah. Man, say something I need to hear. Well, I'm hoping I've said some things that you maybe you've heard before and needed to hear again. Maybe you needed to hear it from somebody else. A lot of the times, it's not learning what we didn't know, it's relearning something we already knew that can be sometimes the most effective. I mean, for me personally, what got me to even start doing this kind of stuff in the first place is I knew I didn't want, pardon me, I bet you that was messing with the sound. If the beginning was a little wonky, I'm sorry. I had the air conditioner running. It's hot out here. We in Florida. One of the things that got me to start doing all this stuff in the first place was the fact that I hate my job. I hate my job. Don't like it, right? Haven't liked it for a long time. And if somebody told me that I needed to leave that job, you're right. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that, bud. But over and over again, I would think it and I would never do anything about it, and then something clicked, you know what I mean? And it was hearing it again. It was hearing it again, and it was from myself, but it was hearing it again in like a different light under a different circumstance. And sometimes that's all we need. So today, without further ado, I want to talk briefly about fear and its relation to moving forward, progression, things like that. When we were given that emotion, I want to say, however you look at it, whether you're religious, whether you're not, whether you just believe in evolution, whatever you believe in, whether we were given it, how it developed, we have fear as a mechanism to show us when things are going to possibly threaten our lives, correct? So if you were standing on a train track, or if you were swimming in the ocean, and on the train track a train's coming, or in the ocean you see a shark fin, and fear kicks in, right? And that feeling is to preserve your life. And it's a reaction. It is a reactive emotion. And what it's supposed to do is coerce you to do the thing that's going to save your life, right? The safe thing, to do the safe thing. Bear with me, there's a reason I said that. So when you transpose that into your daily life, we don't have a lot of that happening. We don't have a lot of things happening in our daily life that should instill that feeling of self-preservation, which is the fear, right? But we all experience fear in our decision making every day, and it's based off of risk. But these risks aren't life-threatening. I'm afraid to quit my job because I don't know what life looks like without having this income. I'm scared of the possibility of the fact that if I go for the higher income, if I go and take that risk upon myself, if I do anything out of the ordinary or away from my comfort zone, I'm afraid. There's this fear, man, stepping out of your comfort zone, this fear. And I'll tell you what you should be afraid of is that comfort zone, because that is the enemy of progression. It is the direct enemy of progression. If you want to talk about the biggest wall in front of every person who's trying to make progress, it is the comfort zone. It is that spot that you feel comfortable. Because, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're comfortable, right, a lot of people who are comfortable aren't happy. Right? Like, I'm comfortable, I'm not happy. I can live my day-to-day life right now comfortably, but I'm not happy. And bottom line, if I didn't start to look at fear, if I didn't change my belief system and my philosophy to think about fear as, unless it's threatening my life, it's something I need to very much consider running towards instead of running away. Before I take any of these videos, before I start shooting any of these videos, I have a fear of, am I gonna mess up? Am I gonna say too many times? Am I going to sound like a complete dumbass? Am I going to, is it going to be worthless? And anybody gonna benefit from this? And I hope people do. These are the things that I've learned recently in my life that are very much benefiting me. And I'm hoping if they can benefit me, they can benefit other people. And if they don't, that's cool. If they do, hallelujah. You know, I don't think I'm going to change the world with this. I hope I can possibly change the world. I feel like a lot of us really wish we could do that. And I feel like we're all afraid to take that chance because of what? Failure. We're afraid of failure. That's such a big one. And failure doesn't mean anything life-threatening unless you're about to, you know, try and jump the Grand Canyon on a motorcycle, and failing means falling to your death. You know, that's something to be afraid of. Maybe don't take that chance, right? I'm not saying run at that fear. I'm saying run at the fear of taking that new job that you don't know how to do, but it pays more. You're afraid that leaving that spouse, loved one, that person who's holding you back, you're afraid of leaving them because of that comfort zone. All these different fears. That's a big one. Afraid to leave somebody who's been in your life for a long time because of that comfortability. That's how so many people wind up in situations that they hate for 20 years, 30 years. They stay with a man, woman that they are not happy with, but they're comfortable with. And they're afraid that if they leave that person, they will never find love again. So they sacrifice their happiness out of fear for the comfort zone. They sacrifice their happiness out of fear for that comfort zone. Do not let fear control your lives. Ladies, gentlemen, creatures of all sizes, I really hope that's helpful. A lot of these topics I'll revisit and talk into a different facet and explain different things about them the way that I have adapted them to my belief system, but that's all I have to say on that one for today. Don't let fear control your life. If it's not life-threatening, sometimes that fear is keeping you from an opportunity, and you need to run at that fear. Love y'all. Peace out.